Yeah, I welcome everybody to this live video, and I'm happy to inform you that you can send your direct message as this live program will be going on. I remain my humble self, Oluwaseun, God's Power Taiwo. Uh, what are we looking at this afternoon? We are looking at child development and parental responsibility. And While we are going on, if you have any question, you can please drop in comments, send live text messages. We will surely attend to everything. Now, I want us to pay proper attention as we are going on this live video. Child development refers to sequence of physical, language, thought, and emotional changes that occur in a child right from birth to the beginning of adulthood. I want us to hear it again. When we talk about child development, it refers to the sequence of physical, language, emotional, thoughts that occur in a child starting from birth to the beginning of adulthood. And during this process, a child progress depending on the attributes, or let me say on the responsibility of the parents or the guardian. The independence of such child or the dependence of such child depend on the availability of the parents. When we are talking about child development is not all about the physical stature or the physical posture that is changing. It varies from the physical posture. When we talk about puberty age, it talks about the language, it talk about the emotion, it talk about the type of thought they conceive, how they think, how they reason. All this comes together to showcase what we know as child development. And it is in this course that many of characters that we notice in such child will be formed. And when if care is not taken, the greatest problem we are facing in our community today is that parents don't take their time to wash out their children as they are growing every day. They abandon their child development. Okay, let me put it this way. Many parents abandon their child development into the hands of the community, into the hands of the teachers in school, into the hands of religion leaders, into the hands of nannies and so many other people. And this cannot augur well, all because child development is not the responsibility of the community, it's not the responsibility of a teacher, it's not the responsibility of any religion leader, it is the responsibility of the parent or the guardian. So it is very, very important for parents to see their child development as a responsibility they cannot shy away from. Child development is strongly influenced by what we call genetic factor. I mean, genes, traits that are being passed from their parents to them. You begin to ask me, I know a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts will began to run through your mind. That why would I say that it is strongly influenced by genetic factor. There are many attributes we find in a child life that he or she inherited from his or let me say from one of the two parents. The environment as well has a greater influence on child development. And another area, I'm giving you three now. The first influence, I said, okay, let me take it from the beginning again. Child development is influenced by guidance or parent taking responsibility. Child development is influenced by what we call genetic factor, making two. Child development is influenced by what I call environmental factor. And number four, child development is influenced by a child learning environment. Yeah, that is quite different from the environmental factor. Now, this a child learning what environment. A child can be active in all these area, and once a child is active from all these four areas I've mentioned, you will notice that such child will begin to pick some attributes in one way or the other from such environment, whether positive or negative. So when we are talking about child development, it covers the full scope of skill that a child master over their lifetime, including their development. Let's talk about the cognition development. I mean, the ability of a child to learn and to solve problem. Let's talk about their social interaction. Let's talk about their emotion regulation. Let's talk about their speech and language. Let's talk about acquisition of physical skills. Let's talk about their sensory awareness, that is the making use of their sensory to acquire and to interpret relevant information. Those are what comes together to become what we call child development. And as a parent, as a guardian, there is need for us to observe and monitor the development of our child, because it's an important tool that will help our children to meet their developmental milestones, either positive or negative. As a parent, there is need for us to checkmate our child developmental progress, particularly at some age. At some age, at some age, we need to track what they are learning from us as a parent, what they are learning from the environment, what they are learning from where they are learning. I mean, their school. We have to track what they are learning in terms of religion. Yeah, we have to track it. So all those things. Okay, let me put it socially as well. Socially as well, we have to track how our child or our children, how they were developing. So when we take look of all this area, we'll be able to comb some negative attitude that they have learned or they have started to imitate or copy, maybe from a neighbor, even from the parents or the guardian, even from classmates. So it is the responsibility of all parents to take note of their children development. The earlier we dictate this, the earlier the intervention, because the earliest possible detection of developmental changes can be helpful in minimizing the impact that this development can have on our children skill development and subsequently the kind of confidence they have. If what they are learning is negative, there is no how if we don't track it or check it, at the end of the day, we will see how the negative influence upon their life will affect their character and possibly their social interaction in the community. Because let me put it this way: as a parent, it is very, very important before it becomes a problem. Problem in child development can arise due to genetics factor, prenatal circumstances, postnatal circumstances, diagnosis of some medical problems, lack of exposure or lack of opportunity, lack of proper social interaction, lack of proper knowledge about the right skill. Let me put it that way, about the right skill. And one of the way as a parent that we can overcome these developmental challenges is to track our child development. I will not be taking time on this video, but all I want to say that child development is a parenting responsibility. All parents must not shy away with it. There's never a grown up child. We need to follow the developments on all our children. So while we meet again, if there is any question, you can comment or send a direct message. And if you wish to send a WhatsApp message to make inquiry, you can forward your message to 081 That is my WhatsApp number. You can forward any message or any question or comment about what I've shared this afternoon. 081 Till around that time, we'll be able to meet again on this channel, Child Development and Parental Responsibility. I remain your host, Taiwo Oluwaseun. God's power. Thank you. Have a nice day.